You guys are recording as well. Oh, it's on crypto. Hi, Johnny. Let's see. Okay, thanks for joining me on this beautiful Thursday evening. The weather is getting not as hot as anymore. Do you guys agree? Past few weeks is crazy hot as Bitcoin. Okay, so if you guys find that the weather is a lot more cooling, more bearable, still hot, yeah, still hot. Okay, so now guys, I'm gonna go straight into it, and the reason why I'm talking about this, right, is because I got a lot of like students asking me my opinion on Bitcoin. Should they buy Bitcoin? Should they buy Ethereum? So I'm gonna share this opinion. And quick disclaimer: I don't think I'm a Bitcoin expert. By far, no. But I would like to actually share based on my experience what we can possibly do. Okay, so do also share with me your, I would say, perspective, and some of you may have learned from other experts. I'm totally open to listening. So this is my perspective, and let's go for it. Now, I want to share that there's a big news that came out, CPI. Anybody understand what the CPI stands for, or what does it mean? In case you guys didn't know, this news just came out a few hours ago. No, sorry, yesterday. Okay, yes, it's about inflation. Oh, Ryan, you're from, okay, so consumer price index. Okay, thanks for tuning in all over the world. Yes, it's consumer price index, meaning to say how fast is inflation, how fast is price going up, or inflation rate. And we realize that inflation rate is still high. Now, because inflation rate is still high, what happens is it shatters Wall Street's expectation. What does it mean, right? It's because now Fed has an incentive not to cut interest rate. Remember something. If you have joined me for the last Zoom, there is an incentive to cut interest rate because they want to boost the economy. Because interest rate means how much do you need to pay to borrow money. And when interest rate is high, companies that want to expand, they realize that, wow, I can't borrow money to expand. So when companies don't borrow money to expand, they expand lesser, and therefore the economy is slower. Economy is made up of many, many businesses. If you're okay so far, help me type okay to understand that when there's high inflation rate, okay, the Fed doesn't want to reduce interest rate. They don't want to reduce interest rate because if they reduce, businesses will borrow more, they will build businesses faster, and prices will go up even higher. And election is coming this year. So if prices are very expensive, typically the main scapegoat will be the government. Why do you make things so expensive? Why is the property so expensive? So you all can see the connection, right? What it means is if interest rate doesn't go down, the economy will not go up, and therefore stock prices will likely also reflect. If meaning to say if business don't grow, right, stock prices won't grow. Okay, so there's a certain issue here. However, let me share with you something interesting. Now, one thing that causes inflation, and this will link back to our main topic for today. One thing that links to high inflation is also printing of money. Now, actually, I'll not go too much into it, but when we talk about printing of money, there isn't really a printing. Okay, there is, they really print money, but it's not like print money and anyhow give to people. But you must understand things. When government prints money, what does it mean? So initially, let's say there's only, well, I realize I have nothing in my wallet, man. It's getting cashless. I wanted to take some money as visual aids, but I realized I don't have any cash. That's quite funny. Okay. So when let's say we print money, right? Every, let's say $100, right? Now there's one piece of $100. We print more. Now there's 2 piece, 3 piece, 4 piece. When there's more money in the economy, every piece of paper is worth lesser. Okay, why is that so? Because if something is more rare, it is worth more. Make sense? When there's more supply of it, it's worth lesser. Now money is everywhere. Let's say they print so much money that in the past, I think after certain world war or things like that, people have this thing called banana notes where all the money is everywhere and it's useless anymore. Okay, I mean it's useless because there's no more, I would say, recognition for it. But when there's more printing of money, money is worth less. And money is worth less. It means that you need more of that money to buy the same thing. That's why inflation goes up. Okay, so understand something. People don't like printing of money. Typically, people don't like printing of money. But government prints money because they need the additional cash to pay off their debt. So here comes to this thing called Bitcoin. Why do people love Bitcoin? One of the key reasons is there is a limited supply. Can anyone guess? Use your imagination and guess. What is the supply of Bitcoin that's limited to? How much Bitcoins will there be in the world when they stop mining? Okay, not stop printing, stop mining. Can anyone guess what's the number? If you can't guess, let me give you a clue. Wow, how do you know it's 21 million? It's because, actually, no, you guess, I just put down here already. Okay, so there's 21 million Bitcoin. And I mean, you all heard of the stage of halving and things like that. So I can share with you, right, a few things that is very positive for Bitcoin. One thing is actually inflation. When there's more inflation, people get reminded that Bitcoin's inflation is lesser because there's lesser supply of Bitcoin or limited supply of Bitcoin. Unlike cash, government can anyhow print, but Bitcoin, there's limited. So there is a 1+ point for Bitcoin. That's why, okay, why not just hold Bitcoin instead of cash? The US dollars, instead of holding US dollars, that's going down, down, down in value, I hold Bitcoin. Understand? So there's a certain shift towards liking of Bitcoin. Number two, ETF approval. Now, this is something super huge when there's a approval of ETF. What it means is this, there's basically companies that set up just to buy Bitcoin. And after they buy Bitcoin, they list themselves on the stock exchange. So when you buy these company shares, this ETF exchange traded fund, right? You are literally buying a company that is holding Bitcoins. That's what is happening right now. In the past, there are already Bitcoin ETFs, but they're not really holding Bitcoin. They're holding the futures of Bitcoin. Okay. So now, why is this such a big thing? It's such a big thing because even the stock market is recognizing Bitcoin as a real thing right now. So it's almost like they are acknowledging their, I would say, a competitor, because Bitcoin is like a competitor to stocks, in terms of like where do investors place their money? Do they place their money into property, into stocks, or into Bitcoin? Last time, stocks always versus property. Now stocks must versus Bitcoin, and the stock exchange is saying that we also recognize that Bitcoin is a real asset. So it's a very pivotal moment. You can see that because there's a it is so-called approved by the biggest money market in the world. Okay. Oh yeah, it's like a gold ETF as well. Okay, so yeah, gold ETF, they hold gold, then you can actually buy the ETF to hold gold. It's the same. Now, and we can see that there's a lot of institutions that's adopting Bitcoin, meaning to say they either allow people to use Bitcoin on their exchange. So some of the biggest banks, in fact, all the biggest banks, I don't know any of the banks that don't allow crypto exchange anymore. Do you know that even in Singapore banks, they actually allow you to actually hold crypto as one of the currency? Do you know that? If you all know that, how many type yes? If you don't know, how many type no? It's a big thing. So banks, the money system is saying that yes, it's a real currency. You don't know that. Okay. And then not only that, like PayPal, like Square, a lot of the big payment gateways or big payment services, right, that's listed on the stock exchange, they are also using cryptocurrency. You can see that basically more and more people initially they are adopting Bitcoin, and now even institutions and even I would say sovereign funds, they are investing into Bitcoin as pension funds. Pension funds means, right, very big organizations. They're saying that next time when you retire, this is the amount of money that we are investing for you, and now they are investing into Bitcoin as well. So it's showing that a lot of the whole entire world, they are adopting Bitcoin. Very few countries right now is still blocking Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Yes, AXS also accept Bitcoin. This is quite huge. Okay, so you can see like JP Morgan, BlackRock, a lot of them, they are also investing into Bitcoin. So the thing is this, let's go back to this two gentlemen. Okay, actually there's one left. Warren Buffett. Okay, what am I talking about gold? Okay, because Bitcoin is almost similar to gold in a sense. They view Bitcoin like a gold. Just like how come some last time people actually invest into gold. It's the same reason why they're investing into Bitcoin, because there's limited supply. You cannot create gold. You cannot, actually I don't know. Is there lab grown gold? I don't know. This one I'm not sure. I know there's lab grown diamonds, right? But to get gold, you must go and mine for gold. You cannot at home try to create your gold, correct? Am I right to say that? Is there any like material scientists here or any gold miners here? Or any gold diggers here? I'm just kidding. Yeah, gold digger means it's limited, right? But generational. So that's why I want to say that Bitcoin is like gold. However, let me share with you something. I want to take Warren Buffett's his view on gold to share with all of us here, because I know there's a lot of excitement about Bitcoin. I want to share based on my particular roots, which is based on the investing perspective, the fundamental investing perspective. Warren Buffett said that serious investors are not interested in owning gold. That's what he says. Okay, and I want to share with you, right? He explained it this way. He said that if I buy gold, I buy a lot of gold. I buy my whole entire house filled with gold, right? And then I put the gold down there. 1 year later, 2 years later, 3 years later, when I come back, it's still a gold. Nothing changes. They did not increase in value in terms of actual value. They do not produce anything. It is a non-producing asset. So far, can you understand? The gold doesn't do anything. It doesn't give birth to more gold. The only reason why the price of gold goes up is because someone is willing to pay a higher price. So you need to find enough people to pay a higher price for the price of gold to go up. It's called, in his opinion, in his own words, the greater fool theory. Someone who is willing to pay a higher price for the same thing that doesn't increase in value. So far, can you understand? If you can understand, have you type G, G for gold. Now, if you all watch this movie called Money Heist, anyone watch this before? Okay, I got to give a spoiler, but if you watch it and towards the end, right, they literally explain what Warren Buffett is talking about. Why gold is nothing but perceived value. If one day everybody begin to say, hey, actually, what do you use the gold for? For my teeth, I used to actually put into my teeth. You can use other material. In the end, right, the usage of gold, if people realize that, hey, no, we don't want to recognize gold anymore, it can literally become I would say, valueless overnight. If everybody agrees that, hey, we don't need gold, don't use gold, use something else. Use, I don't know, styrofoam or something else, right? It can literally become useless, valueless overnight because it is just an agreed value of what people actually want. Now, so far, understand, Warren Buffett said that instead of buying gold, he likes to buy stocks. When he buys stocks, let's say he buy Apple company, he buys so much Apple company, right? He say Apple company, if I buy the shares, okay, and I don't do anything for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, right? The next year, they are going to produce more Apple products. They're going to make even more money. They're going to have people like crazy people queuing up all over the world, and they are going to have more cash in the bank. Not doing anything, this company will still grow in value. So he used it like a farm. And for those who actually play Farmville, you know, the farm can grow in producing asset. The production value can increase. If you can understand this, how many type P? So this is Warren Buffett's perspective, and he said that gold is not producing anything. So how do I, if they are not producing anything, how am I supposed to know what price to pay for it? I'm only paying for this price, hoping that someone is going to pay a higher price. And he said, how will I know whether people will pay a higher price? I don't know. Therefore, I don't touch gold. This is his logic. Whereas for a farm, I know that, okay, this farm, the cow can produce how much milk, the cow can sell for how much meat, and things like that. And the cow can give up to how many cows. So assuming that all these cows, they are productive. I will have more cows, and I got more cows. I'm buying an asset that's increasing in value, okay? So this is perspective. But however, suck it, Buffett. You see, this is the price of gold for the past 30 years. You can say whatever you want, but the price of gold still increase because there is many, many greater fools in your opinion, okay? In your own words. Okay, got it, So that's why, oh yes, Steve, exactly my point. So because a lot of people say, instead of holding cash, yucky, this cash is dropping in value because every day the government is printing more. So this piece of paper, there's more of this piece of paper every day. That's why the value of this paper drop. I rather hold it in gold, which people cannot produce anymore. Warren Buffett say, true. I don't like to hold cash. I like to hold stocks, where this stock, right, increase in value because the company behind this stock is increasing in production value. Okay, this is his opinion. However, we have seen over the years the value of gold increase because of this thing called inflation and printing of money. Okay, so this is backed by data. Gold, in fact, has proven to be something that can not only, I would say, store value, but even increase in value. But the question again is, do we know whether gold prices will continue to go up? It depends on people's perceived value of gold. And right now, gold, there's a competition called Bitcoin. Correct. So this is interesting. Now, when you talk about Bitcoin, Warren Buffett says something even stronger. He said, if you offer me all the Bitcoin in the world for $25, I wouldn't take it, says Warren Buffett. Hey guys, if y'all can give me all the Bitcoin in the world for $250,000, I will buy everything, okay? Because right now in the market, you can literally change it for billions of dollars. However, Warren Buffett, when you read his, I will not go through his whole video because he essentially says the same thing. He says that it is nothing but a perceived value. You are waiting for someone to pay you at a higher price. There's no way to evaluate it, okay? Again, suck it, Buffett, because you see, if you bought Bitcoin at 40 cents, now it's $73,000. Okay, I know that $73,000 is not as expensive as your one Berkshire Hathaway shares. Okay, but look at it. Every single year it has been growing in value. Let me see. Check. Is it every single year? Correct, right? Every year. Is that? Oh yeah. Oh no. 2013 it went out to 1,000 plus. Oh, is it really? Okay, and then went down to $13. But typically, almost every year. No, actually not every year lah. Sorry, please pardon me. But you can see it has been increasing in value. Now the question is this: okay, we realize that wow, if I bought it at 40 cents, if I bought it at $16, you have gone up to 60 over dollars. The question is this: okay, we can see that right now there's more adoption, there's ETF and things like that. Question is moving forward. 2025, 26, 27, 28, and 10 years later, will it continue to increase in value? Okay, so this is a assessment that we need to make. So based on experts, because it is getting more and more adoption, at least the value wouldn't drop. People who buy this for their pension fund and institutions that actually hold so much of it, they will not let it drop beyond a certain point. So therefore, maybe it will not go to million. We don't know, but probably it will not go back to 40 cents. This is the theory of a lot of experts. Got it? 70% always higher year. Is it? Okay. So you can see Berkshire Hathaway, well, Warren Buffett can say all this because he also make a lot of money. Okay. His Berkshire Hathaway is growing at, let's say, 20% per year, 15%, 18%. Not spectacular compared to Bitcoins, compared to gold is a lot better, but not spectacular compared to Bitcoin. However, there's a lot of wisdom in what he said. Now, so if you ask me, in terms of Bitcoin, in terms of cryptocurrency, is it really an investment per se based on fundamentals? There is a lot of various theories. My good friend Rashvin, Leslie, they do look at the fundamentals usage of particular coins and they study into it to see whether there will be increasing demand. So they are really like a forward looking. I mean, if you have not attended their talks, please go attend. They even talk about how you can make up to 11%, 12% just holding, let's say, certain coins, certain very stable coins. They call it staking lah. Okay, actually you hold it. Coins actually give you dividends. Any of you heard of this before? If you heard of this before, help me type SS for staking. If you have not heard before, you can type question mark, and then you can go and find out about it. Now, in my opinion, I want to share with you something that for me, I don't really go into Bitcoin or cryptocurrency because I think that it goes back to your circle of competence. Do you really understand Bitcoin? For me, I don't. So for me, I'm looking for opportunities. Okay, this is my idea. My idea is I'm still looking for opportunities to use Bitcoin ETFs or Bitcoin stocks that actually track Bitcoin and then use options. Because using options, I can make it non-directional. So I'm going to cover a little bit of this. At the same time, for those who don't know how to open a Bitcoin wallet, not Bitcoin wallet, cryptocurrency wallet, I don't know what wallet you call it. Okay, but let's say you call about Coinbase or even MetaMask, and you are not very sure how to do it, and you're also very concerned whether you'll get hacked because somehow there's more cases of all these wallets getting hacked rather than the brokerage firm getting hacked. Okay, so you can actually go for Bitcoin ETF. So these are some of the ETFs, GBTC, IBIT. Okay, this one is the big one that right now BlackRock has been offering. So this is the hot one. These are all the Bitcoin ETF. Okay, take a screenshot of this. I'll also put it into a Telegram group. You can maybe, because sometimes you may not want to manage so many accounts, right? I got my wallet, I got my brokerage account. You can use your brokerage account to invest into Bitcoin ETF. Now, if you think it's a good idea, you help me type ETF. I'll put this into the group chat later, and then you can take this as a reference. And I'll put some links for you guys to take a look at this. Now, the thing is this, what is interesting for me, right, is the Bitcoin ETF. There are some of them that gives you the ability to use options. Example, this BITO, okay, BITO. Now, this is not really a Bitcoin ETF per se because they are ETF wrapper, meaning to say they like to do fast moving talking sounds like M&Ms. Okay, I'm not really talking about the wrapper as in they do raps, but what they do is they use futures, not really the holding on to the Bitcoin. Now, this BITO wrapper, right, I've been looking for all these Bitcoin ETF and looking for a particular strategy because in my opinion, I don't really know for sure. Okay, nobody knows for sure anyway. I don't really know for sure whether Bitcoin is going to go up or down. But in my opinion, I think that it will not stay stagnant. I don't imagine Bitcoin. Okay, y'all see whether y'all agree. I don't imagine Bitcoin going sideways and flat. Do you guys agree? If you guys agree on that, right, help me type A. I think it's unlikely. It's either going to go up, okay, or it's going to go down. Okay, it may go up, then it may crash down. I don't know. Okay, but for me to imagine it's going to go flat is almost impossible because there's too much attention. Oops, wait. Are you able to see? Hang on. Okay. So you see, Bitcoin is either going to go up or down. It will not go sideways. If it goes sideways, right, it means that there's no more interest in Bitcoin. I think it's unlikely. Looking at the past history of Bitcoins, right, it is always either going up or down. Okay, it's just up or down how much. Now, with that being said, right, I'm going to give you guys some resources and I'm going to give you guys some of my own personal warning. Okay, I think it's very interesting. It is something that we can possibly profit from it. More people are adapting, so you'll move, right? And then there's Bitcoin halving in a few days of time, so it may shoot up or down. So what you can do is this one. Now, I've been talking about this particular website for some time. If you still don't know how to use it, don't worry. I'll be doing a lot more tutorials to share with everyone so that we can utilize it. Oh, this may not be the best. Hang on. Okay. So you can see there's directional, there's neutral. Okay. Directional. Okay. I think that directional. Okay. So wait. Let me see. Is there bull or bear? They never talk about bull or bear. But never mind. So you can see, right, inside this option strat, you can go and look at directional, I would say, options strategy. Directional option strategies, right? Let me give you an example. Example straddle, right? Okay. Quick orientation to it. Quick orientation to it is this. Now, for example, there's this particular strategy called straddle. And let me explain a little bit. This is, let's say, Bito, okay? You can see that this Bito shares, right, is an ETF. Right now it's $30. Let me orientate you to this thing called a risk graph. I know I've mentioned it a lot of times, but for the sake of those who are very, very new, these option strategies, okay, called straddle, if you are using this particular website, you can actually play around and then you can mouse over it. When you mouse over it, you will see this graph over here, correct? Okay, let me show you again. When you mouse over this, you can see this graph over here. This is called a risk graph. Can you all please help me type RG? RG is risk graph. Once you can read risk graph, your advantage in the options market becomes extremely huge because you can create strategies that help you profit based on the direction or based on your own assessment of whether the stock price will go up, down, or even if you don't know, you can also make money. Let me give you an example. The risk graph that I chose, or the strategy that I chose is called straddle. You can see the risk graph is below there. Okay, let me explain to you. You can see this is called a risk graph. What is risk graph? Let me explain first. Risk graph works like this. This is the stock price below. Okay, $30, $25, $20, $15. Okay, usually the price go ups and down, right? But the risk graph is actually what do you call that? Horizontal. Yeah, horizontal. So if the price goes up, it's like this. If the price goes down, it's like this. Now this is on the y-axis is the profit or loss. So you can see. Let me show you guys again. Now the price of this particular Bito is $30.71. If the price move up to $45 and beyond, let's say it goes up to $50, can you see my profit goes up? $55, $60, and it goes up higher and higher. Okay, so if you believe that given time, okay, Bito, which actually is like a Bitcoin ETF, will go up in price. Okay, you can buy this straddle, which I'll show you what's a straddle, and then as the price goes up, you make more money. However, this whole entire option strategy can last until 30th of September. So on 30th of September, 30th of September, if let's say the price is $60, okay, you'll make $1,000. If the price is $70, you'll make $2,400. If the price drop, okay, if the price drop from 30 all the way to $10, you make 600. If it drops to $5, you make 1,002. However, if it's in this range, that's where you lose money. So therefore, you have to actually measure in a way that you must believe that it must move big enough for you to make money. Okay, so this is called a risk graph. Now, the beautiful thing about risk graph, right, is this. Okay, this is upon expiry date, meaning to say 30th of September. If I pull it nearer, so let's say I pull it to, can you see the date? 22nd of May. If I pull it to 22nd of May, right, can you see that the break-even price becomes lesser? Just now I think it's $40 over dollars, right? And then, okay, wait, let me pull all the way to the end first. On expiration date, on the 30th of September, the price must be above 45. There's a blue color line here. Above 45 for you to make money. Below 45, you see you're losing minus 300, minus 400, all the way to minus 1,000. You can see, right? It's minus means you're losing money. So if the stock price, the range is in $30, or rather $16.85 between this range to $45, right? You're losing money. Can you see that? And if the worst case scenario is it's at $30.73. Is it now? $30.71. If it doesn't move at all, right, you lose the most money. Okay, got it? Now, the setup of this, right, you can see, you can click here, position, is to buy 131 put and buy 131 call. I'll not go too much into details, but you all can actually
watch my other tutorials to understand more, or if you all want more in-depth tutorial on this, later I'll put it inside the Telegram group. If you all want, you all tell me yes, then I will do a tutorial for for everybody lah. Okay, a bit easier because now I want to talk about how to utilize all these Bitcoins. So you can see, you believe that the Bitcoin is going to move. Okay, it's going to move a lot. It's going to move either, okay, now it's $30. It's going to move at least 50%. At least 50% is from $30 to $45, right? Then you can use this strategy because it will make money. But you think that it's going to move at least 50%, but I don't know it's going to move 50% up or down. Then you can actually deploy this trader, which is to buy one call, buy one put. If it goes down, you make money. If it goes up, you make money. Only when it doesn't move, you lose up to $1,000 plus. This is if, listen carefully, if you wait until 30th of September. Okay, yeah? If you don't wait until 30th of September, you see, let me shift the expiration date. Expiration date. Okay, let's say I shift it to 19 of May, which is the halving is when? The halving is 19th of April, correct? Let's say 1st of May, May Day. Okay, May Day is holiday. Okay, let's say I shift to 21 days. Is it 21 days later or 21 days? Okay, 21 days later. Okay, you can see if I shift it to May 2nd, right, which is after the halving, a few months later, you can see I only need the price to move from here to $33. Okay, why? Because there's this thing called I would say the time value of the options will still be there. Again, a lot more in depth. Okay, so the worst case scenario, the worst case scenario is I lose $134. $134. So if you cannot afford to lose 135, you cannot afford to lose 135, don't do this. But if you actually can afford to lose 135 and within these few days you believe that the stock price is going to move a lot, okay, going to shoot up or down, right? If you use this strategy and it goes up, let's say it goes up from $30 to $40, okay, you'll make $200. So you're risking $135 for, let's say, a potential of $300 or even $400 or $600. You can see it's unlimited. Can you see it's unlimited? How many of you think that this strategy is cool? If you think it's cool, how many type Shredder? Okay, this is called a Shredder. And there's a lot of potential strategy for us to use in option. That is the reason why I prefer, if let's say you believe in Bitcoin, you believe in cryptocurrency, I prefer to pull it back into the options market in stock market. Okay, I think even Bitcoin there's options, but I'm not very familiar with that portion. I rather go into a more established market. Got it, huh? Okay, so if you want to learn more, you can use this website. And in Telegram group, I'll talk a lot more. For super investors, I'll go in depth into exactly what I do. Okay, Ken? Now, same thing, if the stock price drops. If the stock price drop, oh yes, I love this Kiang Tiong. I'm gonna coming to that very, very soon. Okay. If the stock price drop, right, you see you also can make money. Okay, can make up to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. But maximum you can make is 1,006. That's if the Bitcoin becomes $0, which is unlikely. So there's more potential upside. Okay, but you see, this is your risk. Got it? So this is what is going to happen. This is called a shredder. This is called a directional strategy for options where you are not sure. You're not sure whether it will go up, whether it will go down, but you're sure that you will move. Okay, so you can see this is the scenario. Now, just now, what's the guy's name? Maximum loss, it is about $130 if you exit by 21st of, 2nd of May, and, okay? It is not that simple, guys. It's not that simple. I want to come back to a little bit more in depth. Are y'all ready? If you're type ARA. I love this, okay? Now, let me explain to you. I just want to actually expose you guys to all these ideas, and later I tell you what I think may be a better idea, okay? Now, I want to share with you something. Just now, is it, what's his name? Kiang Tiong. Okay, I love it. Okay, he asked the correct question. What happens if the IV change? What's IV? Can you all see this thing called implied volatility? Implied volatility now is 86%. It's very important to think of this. In fact, the more important thing is this. For Bito, I did ask, I mean, for those who have been following me for a while, you will know that I'll go and check this thing, not the implied volatility. My tongue twister, man. Implied volatility, but I'll go and check bar chart and I'll check for this thing called implied volatility percentile. Okay, so you just need to type the particular stock you want to check, example Bito, then you type bar chart, you click on it, the price overview. This is very important, guys. Super important. Go and check this thing called IV percentile. IV percentile. Screenshot this. Remember this. And I can tell you, the higher this is, the more expensive your options. Very, very expensive. So you can see 50% is average. Okay, this option is selling at average price. 60% very expensive. 70% super expensive, 80% crazy expensive, 90% is what? 90% is disgustingly expensive. So if you go and buy options now, you are quite a dumb guy lah. Okay, so don't do it. So okay, so hey Sean, you show me so much, then ask me don't do it lah. So when do we enter into, let's say, Shredder? Okay, you all see this what do I mean Let me backtrack a bit. If it's getting too I would say too advanced, please pardon me. I will send you guys the recording. Okay, you all can rewatch it and then you all can take it step by step. But if let's say after watching all these things, you are still not very sure, please don't do anything first. Later I share with you what I think you all can do. Can Okay, if you want the recording, how many type ARA? Then I'll just put the recording into a Telegram group. Then you can watch. Okay, can? Now, guys, let me show this. Right now, the IV percentile is very expensive. So when IV percentile is more than 50%, it means that you're paying expensive when you buy options. Let's go back to here. So right now, where's the thing that I show? Oh, wow, this is so many tabs until I confused. Okay. Hey, did I close it? Sorry, did I close it accidentally? Okay, I'm done. Okay, wait. Hang on. I closed it. Okay. Yeah, I think I closed it. Too excited. Never mind. So example, I talk about Shredder, correct? Okay, Shredder, Bito, no problem one. Okay, very easy. Come back to here already. Now you can see this Shredder, right? Let me click on this. Click on positions to know what to do. Positions BTO. BTO means buy to open, not build to order. This is the BTO. I mean, in Singapore, BTO is called build to order for our housing. Okay, is buy to open. When you see buy, okay, it means that you're paying $9.40 to buy a 31 put, and then you're paying a $4.47 to buy a 31 call. When you buy, means that you're paying for the options, and options right now is expensive. How do I know? Because bar chart tells me that right now the implied this open too many tabs already. Now confuse myself. Okay, bar chart tells me that right now the implied volatility is 92%. Why is it so high, guys? Why is it so high? Because of the halving. When is the halving over? Okay, now when the halving is over, I believe that the IV percentile will drop. There will be a volatility crash. I believe so lah. If doesn't, then we don't go in. So the better time to enter this Shredder. Okay, let's watch for it. Okay, to enter this Shredder, I think will be after the halving. Now there's a lot of anticipation because a lot of people say halving, the price will shoot up. A lot of people are speculating, but there's no confirmation. When there's no confirmation and there's a lot of uncertainty, the volatility, the implied volatility is going to go very high because people say it may go up by 50%, 40%. So they are guessing. When they finally really go up by 40% after halving, is disclosed already. The answer is already a review. Okay, then the volatility typically becomes lower. Does it make sense so far? Okay, it's like you're trying to guess a number lah. Then after guessing finish, there's no more excitement already. Okay, so maybe you want to, I don't know, whether you want to propose to your girlfriend or like you want to propose to your boyfriend. You're not sure whether she'll say yes or no. You feel very excited. Your heart beat very fast. The faster the heart beats, right, it's like your volatility. Okay, got it. Then when she say yes, then okay now. Hey, I'm sorry, this is a very stupid example. Please script this. But the whole idea is when there's uncertainty, there's more volatility. When there's more certainty, the volatility becomes lesser. Okay, now volatility will always be high in the Bitcoin world, but the percentile is as compared to the previous volatility, is it considered high or low? So this one is already comparing to its own historical data. Understand? So if you go and check all the Bitcoin, all the Coinbase, everything, right, it's all the volatility so high on. So now let me show you this. Coming back to Bito, you all can see that right now, okay, just now, the super student, okay, mentioned this already, right? So let's say even you shift to 2nd of May, right? You can see it looks like this, right? Can you see? So worst case is $134. I lose $135. Worst case. Now, but can you see this implied volatility? You can see this one is 86%. Now, 86% is the implied volatility. It's not the percentile. Percentile is compared to the history. Okay, this one, percentile means like, for example, if I score 86 points, my percentile in class may be very, very, very low. Why? Because all my classmates score 90 points. Understand or not? So this volatility, is it high or low, is compared to my whole entire data point. So although it looks high, it can be considered low. But now it's both high. Okay, both high. Okay, got it? I show you guys something. Now we know it's high, right? So if let's say the percentile is really like 2%, it's very hard to go higher. It goes higher, the most you can hit is 100%. 100% is the ultimate highest for percentile. You cannot go higher than 100% percentile. Got it? Just like the best you can do is to score first in class. You cannot score -5 in class. Does it make sense or not? So if you score first in class, top in class, right, you're 100% down. Okay, got it? If okay, help me type okay. If you don't have ranking in school last time, good for you. You're not in the educational system where you are being put down by people where you always get the lousy percentile, which is myself lah. That's why I grew up with very low self-esteem and I have to keep changing my hairstyle to gain attention from people. Okay, I'm just kidding lah. Okay, no, I mean I'm not kidding that my results is bad, but my hairstyle is just because I'm lazy to comb. Okay, so now let's go back to here. This is the current IV percentile. I did not change anything to it. It is given based on the current right now. And you see that if let's say the percentile doesn't move, okay, doesn't move, so it continues to stay at 86%. Okay, sorry, the volatility doesn't move, continue to stay there. I must cross $33 to make money. I must drop below $19 to make money, which is not difficult. Now it's $30 ma, up by $3. I think Bitcoin can swing by a lot. Okay. However, if the percentile, okay, sorry, the volatility, if it crash, it drops. After halving, nobody as excited. Okay, they are still excited, but they are not so uncertain already. Right? It drops. Let me show you this. Look at this number. Look at this $33. Okay, if it drops, from 86% drop, boom. Let's say drop to 33%. Do you see that? Suddenly I need that whole entire Bitcoin or BITO to move a lot more to break even. Why is that so? Because right now, right, what you are doing is you are buying options. So how to make money is your options value increase. Your options value will increase when the price increase, but your options value initially also includes volatility. So the higher the volatility, the higher your options value. When your options volatility drops, the value of the options drop. So the price must move a lot more for you to break even. Does that make sense? If it makes sense, help me type Y. Y for volatility crash. Excellent. Okay. Well, I'm in a community of people who, okay, if this is very new to you guys, continue to stay in touch, keep talking about this, it will become clearer and clearer. The first time I talk about this, right, I feel like taking things and throw at the person who is teaching me because I don't know what he's talking about. It feels like my university professor and I just feel like slapping the person. Okay, but anyway, coming back to here, you can see same thing, 2nd of May. Now, 2nd of May, you see, just because the volatility drops, because I are halving over, people realize that, hey, after halving, this is the price of the Bitcoin. It moves this way. You see, your losses suddenly can become thousands of dollars. Just now, the maximum you lose is 130 something. Now you can lose thousands of dollars just because volatility drops. Understand that? Now, guys, do you all realize something? If you all haven't realized yet, let me share with you. The more variables you understand, now you understand options, right? The more variable you understand, the more advantage you have in the options world. So you can see after halving, we checked. I mean, this is just an assumption, but even the assumption wrong, we also don't lose money on. We come back to Zoom after halving. Because why? My assumption is volatility will drop, and when volatility drop, when we buy options is cheaper. Make sense, over? Okay. If let's say volatility never drop, then we suck thumb. We just let it run. We also don't lose money. But I'm going to suggest you don't do anything now. You wait for halving to finish, you wait for volatility to drop, and then when volatility drop, right, what happens is this. What happens is you just buy the options and volatility increase, you make money already. Can you see or not? If you buy when it's cheap volatility, and then when it increase, even the price don't move, you make money. So that's what we are going to play. Does it make sense, guys? If it makes sense, help me type Y. Okay? Can So this is my gameplay lah. This is my gameplay. You all can choose to take it. You all can choose to say, hey, but volatility will never drop one. I'm not saying that volatility drop until 0 or things like that. But I'm saying that at least it drops, the percentile drop until to the point is below 50. If we can go in at below 30, we can go in at 30, right? The chance of us making money using this trade is extremely, extremely high. Why? Because I seriously don't believe that even after halving, you don't tell me after halving then the Bitcoin will go flat. I don't believe one. Okay, I think that it's just the volatility crash, but it will still swing up and down crazy, like up and down sideways. Okay, does it make sense? So this is my game plan. After halving, then we play. Sean, I come in tonight. I already loaded, sell off my house to hear what you have to say so that I can buy and make money. Don't. Okay, we go for the safe trade. Okay. Anyway, this is my opinion. If I'm wrong, don't scold me. Okay. So this is Bitcoin, and as mentioned, implied volatility percentile too high to play already. Show you guys this already. Now, actually, for those who are super crazy impatient, you can go for option strategies with negative Vega. Now, what is negative Vega? If you play Street Fighter last time, there's a character called Vega. It's got nothing to do with him. Vega is actually volatility. It's the changes in volatility. So option strategies with negative Vega, right, means this. It means that these are the list of option strategies that you can make money if the volatility drop. Okay, so what does it mean? It means that right now, okay, by the way, am I going if I'm teaching too much, right? If it's too much, please let me know. If it's still okay, you all want more, help me type MM for more. If you all say enough already, but anyway, I'll send you the recording. You can put this whole video at 0.5 speed because I speak a bit fast, okay? So, okay, so that your brain can learn faster. Okay, so you can see, what is this? Oh, okay, so you can see, IV percentile is so high. You can go for negative Vega option strategies. Any of these strategies you use, right? What happens is when the volatility drops, right, you make money. Okay, let me give you an example. So you can see this thing called butterfly. Okay, long call iron butterfly. Okay, let's go for iron butterfly. Okay, so again, you can watch back this video. I'll screenshot some of these to give you guys some references. Okay, very fun. Options is crazy fun. Okay, so let's say iron butterfly. Now, iron butterfly, what it means is this, can you see? If the price goes too high up, you lose $25. If it goes goes down too low, you lose $25. Okay, only when it stays within the range. Okay, then you make money. However, this one looks like this. Wait, hang on. Okay, this one is the expiry date. So this one you're supposed to wait until expiry date because now in this case, let me show you this. Okay, you're selling two options, you're buying two options. Okay, then it becomes a risk graph like this. Okay, again, I'll not go too into details. Otherwise, this whole entire Zoom is going to take maybe 5 hours. Okay, so I'm just going to share with you guys some resources. Go and read through. It's going to be a lot of fun. But make sure, guys, I want you to notice anything. Everything you do, notice this thing called maximum loss. Okay, maximum loss. Okay, so can you please help me type ML? And for those who play MLBB, I'm improving my ranks now. Okay, so I'm just playing. Okay, I shouldn't say too much. I'm not very good yet. Okay, so you can see ML means maximum loss. I want you to always understand every time you do something, what's the maximum loss and can you afford? If cannot afford, don't touch. Okay, and if you can afford, doesn't mean that the maximum loss is your whole portfolio. It should be maximum 2% of a portfolio or even lesser. Okay, if you have high probability trading strategies and you have multiple trades, the more sample size you have, the more you'll win. So casino, every time they bet with you, they may not win, but their probability of winning is higher. That's why they must bet with a lot of people. Okay, this is I don't encourage betting but this is what we call quantitative finance. Okay, so now let me show you something interesting. Okay, okay, so maybe I shift the expiry date a bit. So you can see now the volatility now is 88. Wow, this one very nice number. Means what lah? Okay, you can see right now, if the price don't move, you make $286. Look at this, 286. Can see, 286. If the volatility drops, so you see, now the volatility is 88. When the volatility drop, right, from 286, you can make $300 over dollars or even $400. You can see that. So this is a negative Vega strategy. Iron butterfly allows you to go into an option that's very high volatility, and just by dropping volatility, right, you make money. But however, I want to share with you something that is against this whole entire thing. Now, why is a stock having high volatility? Because people believe that it will either swing until very high or very low. Understand or not? There's a lot of uncertainty, so there's a lot of belief that it will swing high or low. So if you actually go into this particular strategy thinking that you'll make money, right, it's going to be very dangerous. Because the truth is, I think Bitcoin will still swing very high or very low. Okay, so in the end, right, you say, oh, but volatility crash. But if volatility crash and it swings very high or very low, you still lose money. Lose $25 now. Okay, but you get what I'm trying to say? So, but this is an example of a negative Vega strategy. Okay, guys, I have been reflecting what I've been saying in the past 5 minutes, and I think I'm teaching a bit too much already, without giving you the basic understanding of it. But please go and read through a bit more. Later, I'll give you guys some resources. So there is negative Vega strategy. There is positive Vega strategy. Positive Vega is example this one, Shredder. Shredder, just by the volatility going up and the price move, you'll make money. So the best time to do a shredder is you do a long-term shredder on a stock that will definitely go up or down with very low volatility, very high chance of winning. Got it all? So this is how we can use positive Vega. When the volatility increase means positive, you make money. Okay. Finally, there's also Vega neutral. don't care about volatility go up or down, it doesn't affect you. So these are a lot of strategies. You can see there's many strategies that I would love to go through with you guys. So we're going to have a very long-term relationship together, because just by the even if every week I teach you one year also cannot teach finish. Okay, but got it. It's going to be very interesting. The more strategies you know, the more options you have. Okay, how many of you guys interested in that? If you are, help me type I. Okay, later I'll send you guys all these resources. So later I'll put inside the Telegram group. Okay, can? So now, hey, sorry, I didn't plan to talk so long. Am I getting old? I'm becoming more and more lost. Okay, let me finish it now. Okay, so these are all the option strategies. Weekend you have time, you can look through. Now there's another theory that says this. Because they say that Bitcoin is like gold and it's reaching a new high. Can you see? They break new high already. Okay, it has not hit 90 over 1,000 before. First time, going to hit over $100,000 already. So they say if you want to buy Bitcoin, might as well you go for Ether. Ether is like is basically the coin for Ethereum. And they say that because you can see Ether, it has not gone above the highest high yet. So if cryptocurrency is getting more and more adopted, people are going to buy more cryptocurrency, Ether should be able to also hit a new high. Do you guys agree? If you think that it makes sense, help me type A. If you think it makes sense, okay, type A. For agree, it makes sense, the theory makes sense. Actually, it does sound accurate. At the same time, I want to share something. Because there's a saying that Bitcoin is gold, Ether is silver. But let me show you the price of silver. For the 30 years price of silver, it didn't go higher than the highest high. So it is not a total accurate saying that it will definitely go a higher high. But if you ask me, actually, I prefer investing in Ether than Bitcoin. Again, I'm not expert. Really, I have to say this for a few reasons. Because Ethereum or Ether, the Ethereum platform, right, has a lot more use cases. You can actually learn programming to do decentralized finance for Ethereum. You can do a lot of things for Ethereum, do smart contracts, but you cannot code Bitcoin. You can code Ether. And when you code Ether on Ethereum, people have to buy the Ether coin. It's called Ether, it's not called Ethereum. They have to buy the Ether coin to use it on the platform, typically speaking. So even you go for coding programs on Ether, right, there's a lot. And there's even a skills futures one that you can go for only $344, and your skills futures should be able to pay for it. Okay, so you can see even quite a lot of places already see that Ether or Ethereum blockchain is something that has a lot of usage. One example is NFT. Now, for most of the NFT, I know there's a lot of competition right now, but for those mainstream NFT, in order to buy it, typically you are using Ether, okay, ETH, okay. So if you are thinking about maybe we should go for Ether instead, after the Bitcoin halving, we see what happens, and if not, I can hold it long term, right? You can also consider Ethereum ETF, actually called Ether ETF, okay. Does it make sense? So again, all these I'll put inside the Telegram group. We can take it as reference. So overall, let me go back to my first few slides. If let's say you are thinking, I still want to be a fundamental investor, I want to follow Warren Buffett and I believe what he says. Both Bitcoin and Ether, there's no valuation. I buy this coin, 5 years later, it's still one coin. The coin doesn't become bigger in diameters because it's not a real coin. It is a digital coin. It doesn't grow. It doesn't produce anything. It's just hoping someone pay me higher so they can use the coin to do something else. It's just like buying Japanese yen or USD, right? This one is hoping people pay me for something higher, or hoping that the underlying, I would say, fundamentals of it goes more and people demand more. So I don't want to go for Ether, I don't go for Bitcoin. Maybe you can also go for Coinbase. Okay. This is making an assumption that more and more people will be interested to trade Bitcoin and Ethereum. So if people are really interested, right, maybe you can go and buy a stock, a company that actually produces earnings and produces revenue. So this is Coinbase. Coinbase is one of the exchanges, okay? And you can see Coinbase, unlike Ether or Bitcoin, there's no financial statement, but Coinbase has financial statement. You can see they have actual revenue. So they make money, but the revenue also not very consistent yet. But this is assuming that, in the future, people are going to use more Ether, use more Bitcoin. You can decide to maybe just invest into coin. Okay, and interestingly, right, coin, their stock price, it is very similar to the Bitcoin movement. When Bitcoin goes up, they go up. When Bitcoin goes down, they go down. Okay, so maybe one good time to buy Coinbase is when Bitcoin crashes for any reason. You can buy it and you have a income producing asset. Okay, it's a real asset that has services that people use and you make money out of it. Okay, but you can see it's not very consistent as a value investing stock. Okay, so these are some ideas. So overall, I have a few ideas for you guys. Oh yeah. But before I end, now the funny thing is this. I was reading this and it throws certain thoughts into my head. They say that actually, Bitcoin ETF, there's more and more coming out. Ethereum ETF is also going to come out. It will affect Coinbase positively or negatively. What do you think? Coinbase is an exchange for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, if there's more ETF, right, do you think Coinbase will be positively affected? If you think positive, how many type of plus? Negative, how many type of minus? You think positively, ah? Now, there's actually a lot of experts that say it will be negative. You know why? They say that people who want to invest in Bitcoin and Ethereum, right, they don't need to use Coinbase already. They can use brokerage firms to buy the ETF. Also makes sense, right? You know what I'm saying? So you say a lot of institutions, maybe they are uncomfortable just buying the Bitcoin itself, they will buy the ETF. So if they buy the ETF, means that Coinbase lesser people will use. Does it make sense? So it is two sides of a coin. Dum, dum, ching. Okay, so pun intended. So MT5 has a direct connection now also. So there's a lot of competition with Coinbase also. So I just want you guys to know. So overall, in summary, I do hope that this session, my conclusion is this. You can actually go for 3 possible ways to invest if you believe in the crypto craze. Number 1, you can go for Bitcoin ETF. You can, of course, you can buy the coins itself. But if you don't want to buy the coins, you want to use stock exchange to buy, use options to buy, you can go for Bitcoin ETF. Second, you can go for Ethereum ETF. Third, you can go for crypto-related stocks, example, Coinbase. So these are 3 ideas. Now, my strategy, I just want to summarize again. We got to ask ourselves. Number 1, is it in our circle of competence? If it's not, why do we want to invest? If you're like me, because my friends keep asking me to invest and they make a lot of money from Bitcoin, and you just feel very angry, like, why I didn't take part? If I still don't take part, then they still laugh at me. Then the next gathering, you feel sucky. At least you want to tell them, yeah, I take part, make a bit, or I lose a bit. Then maybe you can invest. Okay, but ask yourself, why do you want to invest? Are there better alternatives for you to put your money? If you want to invest, for me, my competence is in using options. So again, I'll wait for the halving to be over. The implied volatility goes down. I will use directional option strategies with positive Vega. Okay, if it's too cheap for you, rewatch this video. I do hope that it has helped you guys. Okay, let me just do a screenshot. Coinbase valuation, very hard to evaluate. Why? Because it is so inconsistent in terms of their, I would say, earnings now. Okay, so shall we continue to discuss inside the Telegram group? Okay, wait, I'm going to put more of the, you can go and look at the comments. I'm going to actually screenshot and put a lot of the links down here. Okay, so example, this one, let me put all the resources here as much as I can. Okay, what do you guys think? Okay, so discuss. Okay, when you discuss, you think more, that's why it become better. Okay, so some of the resources are resources. Okay, so let me know whether you're also in the comment of the Telegram, let me know whether you want more of these sessions. I've been talking about AI stocks, but I realized, wow, this Bitcoin thing is getting too hot. A lot of people asking me, so might as well we discuss a bit. Okay, so this is the ETF. Okay, and I do hope that invest wisely, guys. Whatever we invest in, there's always risk one. Even when I tell you about, okay, so bar chart will tell you about the implied volatility. Okay, I want you guys to be very, very intelligent investors. Do not at any point in time be overly excited and throw all your money inside. It is not worth it. It's not worth it, guys. So make sure you invest wisely, and without a doubt, if you keep compounding your wealth, invest wisely, learn from each segment. Even if you lose a bit of money, treat it as part of the game plan. Okay, so that's where we can grow together. Okay, Ken? So if you guys like this, okay, do help me go over to the Telegram group and make some comments, okay, like whether you like it, what do you all want more, and I'll see you guys there. Okay, I'll put once this whole entire recording is over, I'll put the recording inside this post as well. So do leave a comment there so that when I comment, you will get notification, then you can see the latest recording. Okay, so I do hope that you guys enjoy this session. Invest safely, make sure it makes sense, high probability, do position sizing. I'm like a broken record, but these are very, very important. I'll see you guys for super investors. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll see you guys around. Okay, have a good weekend. Bye bye.